Hello, and welcome to Com 101 Composition and Research through Alvernia University Online. I'm Dr. Danielle Saad, and I'll be your instructor for this 7-week course. This video is an overview of the entire course. You'll find also that each week has its own introductory video that covers what we're going to be going over during that module, and some other weeks have additional videos that give you some more detailed explanations about the assignments in that module. We're going to be doing a lot this mod. At the end of the 7 modules in this course, you will have written your own literacy history and taken a look at your own writing process. You'll learn how to use the library databases. You'll write 2 academic research papers, and each of those papers, or projects as I call them, have multiple stages. There are assignments within the larger assignment, and each one of those is worth a certain number of points. In addition to those things, you'll begin to master APA and MLA styles. At the very least, you'll learn how to access resources that can help you with these things, because these are things actually that change. They're not rules that you want to memorize, but you do want to be able to know where to get the information to use them in the future. You'll develop your own revision best practices. So some people like to write and revise as they go, and others like to do an entire draft and then revise at the end. You'll start to figure out what way works best for you. And then finally, you will reflect on your own progress, how you've grown as a writer, what you'd like to continue to learn, and so forth. A note on the types of work that you'll be doing during this course. If you take a look at the syllabus, pages 3 and 4, you'll find a list of the different types of assignments. The most obvious, of course, are readings and videos. Every module will have a quiz. Sometimes there will be 2 or 3 per module, and they're all related to the readings. I would expect that you actually use your readings alongside the quiz that you're taking in Blackboard. The point is not to trip you up. The point is to get you to have contact with the material, get used to it, and be able to access it and use it. Also, every week there'll be a discussion board post. Make note that the due dates on these vary. They're not all due Friday, they're not all due Tuesday. So watch each week and see in the course calendar when those are due. Some weeks require you to additionally comment on your classmates' posts, and some don't. So pay attention to that as well. There's something called info literacy tutorials that are actually housed on the Alvernia Library website. There is a link inside Blackboard for you to follow. These are super easy, and they just really orient you to the different types of sources you can find through our library. And there are short 5 or 6 question quizzes at the end. You will take those quizzes, and as long as you score at least an 80%, forward your results to me, and you get credit just for doing those. And finally, of course, the majority of the work in this class is writing. Writing, revising, and more writing. So hopefully you expect that with a composition course. More on that. So the way that your assignments are designed in this course is that they're scaffolded. What that means is they build on each other. So for instance, the APA project, everyone in that project or everyone in the class is doing for that project the topic of fake news. You start off writing a small summary, then you do a paper that incorporates just 3 sources, then you do a longer annotated bibliography, then an outline with more sources, a rough draft, and then finally a full draft. Each of those pieces of the project build on each other. So you're not just jumping in and writing an 8-page paper right off the bat. The same thing is true with the MLA project. The only thing that's different really is that for that one, you get to pick your topic. Any topic at all that you're interested in, as long as you're making some kind of an inquiry. And with that, you'll have to do a topic proposal where you let me know what you're thinking of doing. That gives me a chance to give you some feedback on how well I think that topic is going to work and kind of guide you to what kind of sources you might want to look for. So something else of note is that APA project, I provide all the sources that you need for that project, unless you want to find additional ones on your own. The MLA project, which we do second, you find all the sources yourself. The other two things on this slide, the literacy narrative, we jump right in. That is really basically the story of how you learn to read and write. It's a little bit more informal, and you'll do one draft with a quick turnaround and then a final draft. And then that last bullet down there, the self-assessments, for each of the APA and the MLA project, I ask you to, at the end of the final draft, once you've turned that in, take a moment, reflect, write a short one-page assessment of how well that you think you did and what you'd like to improve for the future. Those are the big ones. So if you've already looked at the syllabus or you've already started looking through some of the modules online, you'll notice that you're going to be doing a lot of reading and writing. This course moves fast and you have to keep up. The non-essay assignments, quizzes, discussion board, all those things, they're all tailored to help you build towards your research essays. You'll notice that the questions are not outside of the subject. So if we're in the process of working on the fake news paper, those discussion boards have something to do with fake news. If you start falling behind on these little assignments, in the end, that hurts your overall project. So again, try to keep up. Many of the assignments in this class, you get points just for completing. So it helps your grade immensely, or it could really hurt it if you fail to do them. You'll also notice that there are short times between assignments and due dates. So we might enter Mod 2 and something is due already on Wednesday in Mod 2, and you've only just, or you think you've only just learned about it on Monday. What I would suggest is that you really take a look through the course calendar and see when things are coming up, even in the future mods. Have an idea what's coming along so that you can plan out your work. You don't have time to give yourself a day to have writer's block. You need to keep writing. And that's really the key to this. You write whatever's in your head, and then you go back and you revise. Finally, some important things to note. Blackboard stuff. Keep a close eye on announcements posted to Blackboard. Things can change. Due dates can change. I will never move them up, but I might delay them. Blackboard sometimes does go down. So if that happens, don't panic. Do absolutely not panic. And don't email me your assignments. Just wait. It's usually only a couple of hours until it comes back up, maybe the next day, and I certainly understand when that happens. I get the same notices you do when things are not working. I'm on there all the time, and the same glitches that you're seeing, I'm seeing. So I'm aware, I'm understanding, and we'll work together. Finally, on Blackboard, pay attention to what assignments you have completed and what you're missing. The Blackboard grade average can be misleading. You might have 5 or 6 missing things and it's telling you that you're doing fine because it's not recognizing that you don't have grades in for those, so it doesn't see it necessarily as a failing grade. So be responsible in that regard, pay attention, and keep on track of that. Finally, communication. I really encourage you to use the general student discussion forum for questions about assignments so the whole group can benefit. Guarantee you that if you've got a question about something or something is unclear, there are other people in this class who have the same question. So posting something on there for me to type a response to lets everyone see the question, the answer to the question that they might also have. If it's something really, really specific that pertains only to you, of course, email me, let me know. Do not be afraid to email me requests for extensions, for help, and I will get back to you within 24 hours. So that's it for this overview video. Hopefully I've touched on enough stuff to get you started. Please do watch the intro video for each week. And like I said before, don't be afraid to contact me at any time.